I have great memories of a country show when I was a child, and I grew up here, and going to the Boonah show was the feature of the whole year. That and Christmas was it.
Are you ready?
The history of the Boonah show goes back to 1891 when Boonah had its first meeting. Some members of the community decided that they should be having a show, like neighbouring areas were, like the Desert and Rosewood. The first show was held in 1898. They managed to get a sort of a lease from the government for 5 acres of land there, and 3,000 people attended that show, and all the dignitaries came out from Brisbane on the railway line.
Show ride tickets, just what you need for the show. Ride the tickets. There you go. What's that?
I'm shouting him some.
Good on you. I told you that. I've sold, what have I sold? 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, about 15 today, which is better than nothing. Last week was only 3 sheets last week. It's an experience if you haven't done it before. It's a great experience to find out what actually goes on at a showgrounds for the whole 12 months. You join committees, voluntary committees. Join the showgrounds as a member. Pay your $25. It gives you 2 days free to the show. Well, $12.50 a day to the show, and you're helping out the Show Society.
Challenges as a show society, probably financial pressure is the biggest thing. It's very expensive showgrounds to maintain. We have hefty bills every month for water, power. We're just very fortunate that we have a caravan park that can back us, basically. Otherwise, we wouldn't be in any position that we are in now. Yeah, it's full volunteer. We don't really have a set time frame or hours that we do. It's more just if you want it to chew up an hour of your week, well, it can easily involve an hour. But generally, spend 10 hours a week working on show stuff.
Perhaps some people don't realise, what it takes to put on a show. We don't get any subsidy. People, I think, have the misconception that it's council owned and therefore council run, and therefore we're subsidised by your rates or something like that. We try and minimise costs. We obviously have to hire professionals to do certain tasks. That costs money. Utility costs are obviously quite expensive. So, they're the unseen costs, and that's all we're really covering at best with the entry fee.
Next one goes for 56.
Then 56. That's just that.
There's about 30 sections of Boonah show. You take in your agriculture, fruit, veg, your fine arts, your horticulture, your caged birds, your poultry, and you go on, all the livestock. And every one of those sections have a group of volunteers who run that section. They had their chief steward, and they had their stewards with them. There'd be an average of 10 people per every class, and I'm saying that as an average. When we add all that up, we come to about 400 people that come out of the community. And then we've got the volunteers who come in for community groups who are part of the show that we couldn't run a show without. That's just touching the surface of the amount of volunteers from out of this community who come and work so hard to put this event on.
The Boonah Show Society has come to really appreciate the growing partnership with the high school, and the fact that our showgrounds is right next door is a bonus, and the Show Society is loving the partnership that we have with involving their young people in opportunities such as hosting their cattle club over here on show days.
The Boonah State High School Cattle Club was founded back in 2023, and we had probably 15 students involved, and they were like, yep, I want to do it. Now we've got, close to 30, 40 kids involved, and they're insanely interested. It's very passionate.
You can use those, yeah, those socials. They're fine. We're going to keep rushing forward, just watch her, talk to her.
People that don't have access to land and cattle and stuff like that, we give them the opportunity to be involved with them. We've got cattle at the school, and we teach them all about what aspects to look at, and when judging, and then they come here and they parade and they judge and they present the school in a community environment.
It's still, when we look at the attendance, very much a local show for local people. 85% of the people that come to our show are locals, which, again, it's just that community support. If you can maintain that community support, then this will survive. To my way of thinking, the little competitions that we run in the horticultural areas and the fruit and veg and the craft, etc., that's the special part of, I think, of this show. So, yeah, going forward, you wouldn't want to lose that identity that's been created and been here for 124 years. There's a great spirit here still in Boonah, that's for sure.
I love coming alongside and mentoring young people to see that there's so much more to life other than social media, trying to get through school and assignments, that, you can put that to the side, but there's an adult here in school and out that will support you in that. And I love that our young people can work alongside some of the older ones that are in their 80s that are still running the craft pavilion. Without our help and us bridging that gap, these things are not going to be able to happen in the future.
Personally, out of being president or my 23 years involved at the show, has basically just been, I enjoy it because it brings the community together. It's a solid foundation for that yearly catch-up. Basically, the show involves and captures the whole community. My hopes for the Boonah show would just be that it can stay financial, succeed, and have great youth involvement to keep the legacy going.
My hope for the Boonah show would be that it continues to grow, that it continues to get the support of the community, and it continues to play that vital role. Because, as I've always said, a community without a show is a community without a heart. And Boonah's got an amazing heart, and they've got amazing volunteers and amazing people who help in so many ways. Those people who aren't perhaps volunteering and helping just need to go. So just support your show.